Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today, February 7th and February 22nd, I am doing paper and ink cards. February 22nd is in my Rolling Meadows home studio, and this is one of the cards that we're gonna make. It's not too late to join us for that class. Let's go through this card, and then, if you have any questions about paper and ink cards, classes in the Chicago area in my Rolling Meadows home studio or in Carpentersville, Illinois, you can email me, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Okay, so what we're working with today, let me give you the Stampin' Up! Supplies. We are using this fantastic new Petal Passion Designer Series paper. It's a 12 by 12 paper, and it's all fun black and white patterns. I love this paper pack. I wasn't sure at first, but it's really growing on me, and I love the black and white, the modern feel of that. The florals are feminine, but then there's some more geometrical patterns like the stripes and the dots that can be masculine. What I'm going to show you today is how to really stretch this paper pack and get even more use out of it by adding some color. So we've got our paper. We need layering squares framelits. I've already cut a layering square and the coordinating scallop that's just one bigger. See, I got a little bit of a border here. I'll put the measurements on the project sheet, but you know what, let me grab a ruler here and just give you an idea of the size of these. I made this kit a little while ago. Okay, so this one is 2 3/8 square, and I put it with the 2 3/4 scallop. Okay, I have a basic black card base that's 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. I have a scrap of Whisper White that we can stamp on. That's to make this fun dimensional balloon. We're gonna just stamp that separate and pop it up. Got a little scrap of Lemon Lime Twist, so we can do this kind of ransom message, happy birthday greeting. And then our designer series paper is 5.5 by 2.5, and the dimensions and everything will be on the project sheet at KitchenTableStamper.com. I am using a black, basic black stamping pad for all of my stamping. My embellishment is this beautiful shimmer ribbon in Bermuda Bay and Party Pandas. These are both Sale-a-bration items, two of my favorites. You cannot buy Party Pandas, but you can get it for free. And you cannot buy the shimmer ribbon, but you can get this awesome shimmer ribbon combo pack for free. Okay, so if you place a $50 order and you like this ribbon, you get Bermuda Bay in 1/8 inch, and the Smoky Slate, that is 3/8 inch, and Calypso Coral 1/2 inch, and they all have this great shimmer, so that's free with a $50 purchase. If you make another $50 purchase, you can pick up Party Pandas for free. All right, it's celebration time. It's the best time of the year. I have some Stampin' Rights here. I have Basic Black, Lemon Lime Twist, Pool Party, and Melon Mambo. And let's get started. The first thing I want to do is grab my Petal Passion Designer Series paper and my Stampin' Right markers, and we're going to just randomly fill in some of these flowers. So we'll use the Lemon Lime Twist, and what we need to do is just avoid where our Melon Mambo square is going to be, so we're going to just dry fit that in there. And the trick is to just quickly touch with the color so that you don't oversaturate the paper. But it adds such a fun dimension to this black and white paper to get some of these bright pops of color in there. And I try to work, just a little tip, I try to work kind of in triangles as I'm laying in the color. See, so I got one here, here, and here, and that gives you kind of a natural balance. I got one here, here, so I'm going to bring one down here, and then I got these two, so it's going to be kind of natural to bring one in the center here. So we're going to do that with our Melon Mambo and our Pool Party, just kind of scattering the colored blooms around the Designer Series paper. And your coloring does not have to be perfect. You just want to add those fun pops of color. Don't forget to go off the edge of your paper too, because the color ones might naturally fall where the paper's cut. So see, we're going to go right up to the edge here with our Melon Mambo. Okay, just like we went off the paper in some places, we're also going to make sure that in some places the flowers that are partially covered by the Melon Mambo layer also get some pops of color peeking out. All right, so I'm pretty satisfied with that, and we can go ahead and adhere that to our card base now. I'm going to use some Snail Adhesive to do that. And we'll adhere it about 1/2 inch from the edge of the card base. There we go. Now let's get our little party panda going on here. Now if you look at the stamp set, you'll notice that we have a dancing panda or we have a panda with a balloon. Well, I wanted a dancing panda with a balloon. So let me show you how I achieved that. Let me grab a little scratch paper here. I'm going to stamp off the top edge of this, so let's protect our workspace. And we're going to need our basic black Stampin' pad. Okay, so I've got my basic black Stampin' pad and my little dancing panda, and we're going to ink him up really well because we want a good black panda stamp here. And I'm going to just put him so that he's tipping just a little bit to the right side and give that black ink some time to transfer. Look at how rich that image is. Now we want a dancing panda holding a balloon. So I'm going to take my basic black Stampin' Right and I'm going to just color over the line image of the balloon here. Stop when I get to Panda's hand. Now we'll take this fun little balloon image and stamp that balloon right in our panda's hand. Cute, right? Now we're going to take the fine point of the Stampin' Right and just continue our string with a little curly Q and one at the top of the balloon there too. Super simple. Now to get that dimensional balloon, we're going to go ahead and ink up our balloon again, just the balloon, and stamp on our scrap of Whisper White. Now, let's get our greeting before we put away the ink pad. So we've got Lemon Lime Twist and Happy Birthday, also from Party Pandas. And we'll stamp that right on this bit of Lemon Lime Twist. Now, move away the ink pad and let's get our Stampin' Right markers again. Add some pop of color to this image. I'm going to color lighter to darker. So I'm going to get my Lemon Lime Twist and just very lightly touch in the party hat. And then I've got my Melon Mambo. We're going to do the little dots, make his hat polka dotted. And then back to the balloon here. Now we're using a Stampin' Right marker. So to get the best results from our Stampin' Right markers, because they're water-based and they're going to really saturate the paper, the water takes a while to dry. So in order to avoid those marks where you see that you've colored over yourself, you want to be pretty definite when you're coloring in a big space with a water marker. So we're going to start along the edge here and make an oval where we're going to have a highlight. And then we're going to fill in the rest of the balloon with some circular strokes here all the way down to the end. And then I want it very saturated, so I'm going to go over that coloring just very quickly with long strokes of the pen. Now when that dries, it'll give you the smoothest coloring possible. All right, I think our coloring is done. So let's get our little scratch paper out of here and let's bring in our card. What we'll do next is take our Snail Adhesive again. We're gonna adhere the Melon Mambo scallop square to the card and we're gonna do it just a little bit off center there, balance out by our floral paper. Then our fun little panda image goes on next with some snail. You can use multi-purpose liquid glue for this also. I'm gonna grab my paper snips and we're gonna do a quick bit of fussy cutting. And when you cut out this balloon, you wanna cut right on the black line. And in addition to cutting right on the black line, here's a couple of quick tips. If you've seen my videos, you might have seen these. What I like to do is get any little fiddly bits cut out first, so that while I've still got a lot of spare paper to hold on to, I'm doing anything that's a little bit more complicated in cutting. So I did that. Now, so the little tie of my balloon is cut. Now I'm going to cut the rest of this balloon shape, staying on the line, and you'll notice that I don't turn the scissors. I just open and close the scissor with my dominant hand, and with my non-dominant hand I steer the paper into that blade that's just closing, and that's how you get the smoothest fussy cut possible. Now we need a little bit of dimensional adhesive. I'm going to use the edges of this one. You can see that sheet of dimensionals had lots of love. And we'll pop the balloon right over the image, letting it float off our image panel naturally. And let's give our happy birthday some love here. So I'm just going to, with my paper snips, I'm just going to own it. I'm just going to cut this kind of ransom note style, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You want it to be neat, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And we're going to cut happy and birthday into 2 pieces. Just snip it in half. And let's get a little dimensional adhesive on the back of our greetings. Such a cute, simple happy birthday greeting. And mostly free with the Party Pandas and the ribbon. Get yourself the many marvelous markers, and you can have Party Pandas and the shimmer ribbon absolutely free during celebration. All right, I removed my adhesive back here. We're just gonna let these guys dance happy off the edge of the card, or off the edge of the image panel, and birthday. Now, one more bit of embellishment before we call it done. Let's get some of that blue shade into our card by just taking this gorgeous shimmer ribbon. It's so smooth and it's got just a little bit of sparkle. And you see we're just going to fold it and wrap over. If you want your tails down and your loops up, you want to hold that little loop, wrap over from the back to the front, over the top, tuck. Now you've got 2 loops, 2 tails, and you can just hold the knot and give the bow a bit of finesse. All right, there it is. We can trim the tails here because we just need a little petite bow. All right, perfect little bow. Let's grab a mini glue dot and embellish. There it is. Happy birthday with the Party Pandas and the absolutely gorgeous Petal Passion Designer Series paper. Many marvelous markers really just gives that paper a makeover. Not that it needs one, it's gorgeous paper. All right, if you've got questions about this project, about Sale-a-bration, or about paper and ink cards, email me, Marisa@kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching.